Welcome to the Thinking Green News Moment. I'm Chris Schneider. Today my guest is Ben Tilburg with Ruby Sunrise Cranberry Growers. Welcome, Ben.
Thanks, Chris.
So tell me, where is Ruby Sunrise located?
Ruby Sunrise is I'm actually leasing a marsh, and I own a small cranberry marsh in central Wisconsin in Vesper. I'm trying to get my foot in the door in the cranberry business, and I thought that leasing a marsh to see how it would go would be the best way to start out with it.
Yeah, and along with growing some great cranberries, you've chosen to try to do that in a more environmentally friendly way than is already being done. Tell us a little bit about what you're up to.
Well, I have a CUV, a centralized utility vehicle, and what I have done with it is I put solar panels on the top of the vehicle and basically charge the batteries with sunlight. So it's a great way. And what I use this vehicle for is when I'm irrigating or when I'm hauling wood for my wood stove for my shop. I'm using sun power to do the work of a normal vehicle that would take gasoline or just sitting idle. Like, for example, irrigating. I would go and check the sprinklers, see if they're plugged with this electric vehicle. And normally when you go out to check a sprinkler and it's plugged, your truck sits and idles.
Sure.
Because you don't want to start it again. So it's a great way to save gas and money, and a great way to benefit the environment and feel good about it.
Sounds great. Have you had the solar unit long enough to get an idea on what benefit it does for the vehicle?
One of the greatest benefits the solar panels and the charge controller does for the vehicle is it constantly provides energy to the batteries, which is really important with batteries, as you well know. Constantly charging the batteries makes them last longer. A top-off charge is obviously still in order. When you get back to your home station, you plug it in, just top the batteries off. But it allows you to go farther, and really it's a great feeling to look back at the panel and know that your batteries are charging while you're driving it, which is it's exciting. It really is.
And you're exposing this technology to the rest of your family as well.
Yes.
You've got some children who are probably young but learning that there are renewable ways for energy to be produced right in your neighborhood.
Yep.
And that's a great teaching opportunity.
It's really exciting to see my son and daughter who already know what a wind turbine is and solar panels. When they look at the electric vehicle and they say, they call it the electric vehicle, which is kind of exciting. You know, it's got solar panels, and when children are exposed to renewables early, I think they see a greater benefit than we do as adults, where we look at the cash value of it and kind of get stepped back a little bit, but we really need to look at the big picture.
Now, when you're looking at the big picture, I think it's important to let the viewers know you actually installed the solar panels yourself.
Correct.
How did you learn the technology that allowed you to be comfortable in doing something like that?
You really need to be careful. I'm currently a student at Mid-State Technical College in Wisconsin Rapids, and I'm in the Renewable Electricity Technician course right now. And you really should contact a certified installer. I am not a certified installer, but there is a way to do it safely. You really need to know how to do it, more or less.
Your classmates and instructors must be pretty excited about the project.
Oh gosh, I brought the electric car to school, and we did a bunch of tests on it. You know, see how much see how much energy is being produced and put into the batteries, and how much the CUV pulls out of the batteries. And it was exciting because it was the first thing brought to the table, a real-world application for solar, which my teacher was excited about, talks about it all the time, and now some of the things are starting to happen at Mid-State. They're looking at making a vehicle similar to that with panels on it, to travel around the college with.
What percentage of a kilowatt hour is the solar panel contributing in, say, an hour in good sun? Were you able to determine that?
Well, the solar panels that are on that on my electric car contribute 3 amps, or in 1 hour. It's 3 amp hours at 48 volts, or more or less 51 volts, because you need a little bit more than 48 volts to charge the batteries. So in a day, it's about 15 amp hours, because normal installation is about 4 to 5 hours in Wisconsin. So not a lot, but in order to make a larger impact, you'd have to put more panels on, and there just isn't the space for it.
Sure. Well, it's nice to see you excited about your renewable energy project at Ruby Sunrise. Thank you, Ben. This is
Thanks,
Chris
Chris
Schneider with the Thinking Green News Moment.